To the wall.
To the wall.
Okay.
Till sweat drops down my balls.
That's such a good intro after 2 weeks of hiatus.
I know, we haven't been here in a while, guys.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Just craziness.
Welcome to 30-ish.
Yes, welcome.
The recording of the podcast. I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, how are you, Shay?
I'm good. It's been a fortnight and we have fires. Our state's on fire, which is really cool. It smells like an ashtray outside today.
It literally looks like you're in an ashtray today. There's like ash all over my garden.
Really? It was raining ash a couple days ago and it was pretty foul.
It's really crazy.
It's just gross.
It was like hard for me to breathe when I was outside. Mm-hmm. My eyes were all watery.
Gotta get you some of those Rotos.
I know. I did find out hashtag support your local businesses. Okay. Golden Poppy has a lung tonic.
Ooh.
That you can.
I like that.
Get all up in your lungs to help you out.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, it's really smoky here.
Yeah.
And
super awesome. So I won't be doing any outdoor activities today.
No floating the river.
Not today. That'll be my excuse. There's a fire outside. I can't go and like longboard like I usually do and just be like playing volleyball and rock climbing. Not today. Not today. There's a fire outside. Tomorrow it'll be different. Yeah. Well, it'll probably still be a fire, but
it will. Anyway. I hope that there's rain. We're gonna have to we might need to do a little 30-ish rain dance.
We can.
We could.
Under the full moon. Actually, under the blood red sun that happens because of the clouds. Well, the clouds, because it makes it all like freaky looking.
Yeah, I would.
Very twilighty.
I would like see the reflection of the sun in a car window. I'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's the sun."
Satan.
The fuck. Satan.
Satan.
Yeah, Satan's about, isn't he?
It's true. I like Sundays sometimes because it's like we're talking to ourselves.
I know, it's fine.
It's fine. It makes it less nerve-wracking.
It is. We are talking to ourselves.
I mean,
this is a podcast. But now we're talking to you.
Mostly the cat right there in the middle there.
Oh, there's Colonel.
Doot doot.
There pet. Where's Buddha? Under the bed.
Under the bed.
Did you like my picture I posted of Buddha?
Just her big old saucer eyes and
and her furry black fur.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved her. I love her.
Well, I mean, she's still alive.
I know. I don't know
alive
why I
and
said
well.
that.
I don't know.
I wanted to tell you that I bought my first crystal.
Oh,
this last
your very first one.
My very first crystal.
You're a crystal virgin until now?
I mean, I have crystals, but I never bought them for myself. Like, my sister's very into that, so she would buy me some.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
You never bought one like I'm going to pick this one up.
I didn't pick one. I didn't find one.
So what did you get?
Well, I was at Nature Zone.
Okay. So
I randomly went in there because I parked by there. And I was like, I'm just going to pop in here just randomly. And then I was drawn to this little table of what was called
99 cent crystals?
No. But it was only $20 and it's like this big.
Well, that's a pretty good price.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was the only one that was like super spiky. And it's like really light blue.
Ooh.
And then I was like, this is cool.
What's it mean?
Oh, well, later I found out it's for intuition and peace and harmony.
Look at that.
And like inner trust. All the things I'm trying to harness.
See? It knew.
It called to me. And I left without getting it. And then after I went to brunch with my family. And then I went back in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what?
I need this.
It's $20. I need it. And I want it.
Treat
and it's
yourself.
Beautiful.
Treat yourself.
And then I looked at the meaning and I was like, wow, no wonder I was drawn to that.
That's true.
It's
good
funny
for you.
How that works.
Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. Took me a while, but after my crystal healing episode,
it's okay.
It's fine. But it was
all in good time.
I thought you'd be proud.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
Also, what did you roll? I don't even remember.
I think I rolled paranormal.
Oh, you did. Good job. Good memory.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? Nostalgia.
Nope. Well, yeah, pop culture nostalgia.
Pop culture nostalgia.
A little bit of both, I think. We'll see. A
little bit of both.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Okay.
See how everyone feels about it. And then we're going with the basic drink today.
Yeah, we're doing really basic. This is called the basic bitch.
Yeah, it is. It's lemonade and
But it's good. It's got, see those fucking raspberry seeds in there? Mm-hmm. It's because we muddled raspberries into it. I don't know why I looked at you so longingly.
I don't know. You did.
And it's blueberry lemonade and raspberries and lemon juice and what else? Vodka.
Duh.
Day.
Oh, we didn't put topo in this time, so
we should have.
We fucked
I
it
don't
up.
even know what I was thinking.
We were just thinking real fast.
We'll have to top it off.
It's just the door. It's just okay. It's just the paranormal.
The paranormal realm
it's
entering.
True. Yeah.
Anything new with you? You want to update us on?
No.
Okay.
We're just chilling out.
You've been all among the fires. You were in Glenwood.
I was in Glenwood.
There's another fire in Glenwood.
Yeah, there's like 2 fires in Glenwood.
There's 2?
Well, there was like, one, but like the Grand Junction fire was also like coming at it too, so it was just a giant mess. And then there's the Fort Collins
Cameron Pass.
What's it called? Cameron Pass fire, Cameron Peak fire. I think there's another one. I think there's another one going on too, and I don't know where that is.
Wow, great. Yeah. Well, let's pray for some rain, and shall we start?
Let's just start it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye, and hello. And shall we start?
Let's just start it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye, and hello. Love when it stays up.
You know it. You know it.
I mean, it always stays up.
Does it? I think that means that it has taken too many pills. I think that's what that usually means.
For me.
For you.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Anywho.
You have a secret you need to tell me?
Not mine.
Well,
other people's.
Fine.
Just right up as soon as they see me.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
It's like Flag Day every single day.
Is this recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
Perfect. Great.
100%.
We're talking about dicks.
If you couldn't decipher that really hard riddle. Jesus.
Really, really hard riddle.
Oh my God.
All right. Paranormal.
Here we go.
All right. Today, I'm getting a little weird.
Little bit
Today's
weird. The first day.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Today is the first day I've ever been weird in my whole life.
Perfect. I believe
And we're going to be talking about the alien race Anunnaki and the planet Nibiru.
Excuse me?
Yep.
What the fuck? Where did you...
Aliens.
Number 1.
Aliens are
out.
paranormal.
Time out. Where...
Gaia, Shay. I found it out on Gaia.
Did you really?
No.
Okay. First of all, like, were you originally researching this? Or did you stumble upon it and you were like, oh, I'm going to fucking do that?
Well, I've known about the Anunnaki for a while. Probably like
so
12 years.
Too.
Because of one of my ex-boyfriends. Was one. No, I'm just kidding.
Clearly.
Probably. He was...
He showed you his purple sphinxter, and he was like, "You're like, whoa, sir." I don't know why it was a sphinxter, but
let me show you my Anunnaki.
Pretty much, yeah. You're like, I don't know what to do with that. Why is it glowing? I don't understand.
Excuse me.
That wasn't in the handbook at gym class.
No, I just was like, I'm gonna do aliens because I didn't want to do something about ghosts.
That's fair.
Because I like aliens.
Yeah.
And
who doesn't?
Then I was like, I don't know, someone I follow on Instagram was talking about them, and I was like, I should just do it on like one of the races, quote unquote, or
that's a good call.
Species of, not species. I think they're like a race.
A race
of alien.
I mean, we don't know,
life,
like,
or we don't really know what it is.
Like live on the same planet, but they're different races and not. But they're all the same species.
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know shit.
No.
But I'm going to tell you some weird ass shit today.
Perfect.
Okay? So take it as you will, obviously.
With the crane.
You can find all this shit on the internet. So it's true.
So it's true, clearly.
But yeah, I'll throw some things at you and you can take it as you will. Okay. Perfect. Paranormal. Okay. So the Anunnaki were known as gods of the ancient Sumerian culture. Have you ever heard of the Sumerians?
Yes.
They're like the first, like, intellectual.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyway,
yes.
Race of race of people. They're not I don't know.
It does. Yeah. Just
shut up, Brianna.
Go with what you feel.
Okay. Apparently the Anunnaki are from a planet called Nibiru, which
it sounds like Nobu.
Nobu.
No, well, that sounds like Nobu too.
They go to Nobu.
They get that sushi
in
dough.
a crab on Malibu and Nibiru. That's a Drake song, kind of. Nibiru is also known as Planet X or Planet 7 or Planet 7X.
Wow, those are very like drastically different. That's like saying like,
that's like what we know them as.
That's like my name is Caroline, but I go by like that's the same. Like that's so
otherwise. Like my name's Warshanen, but you can call me Friday.
Right. That's pretty cool. That's exactly correct.
This is my actual name, but some guy that stole me actually named me Friday.
So that's what my name is now.
I'm a chief. Okay. So the Sumerians, we're going to talk a tiny bit about them, just in case you guys don't know about them. They appear in the archaeological record beginning around 4500 BCE, and it was the oldest civilization to have known about these quote unquote beings or gods that they like worshipped, these Anunnaki beings. The Anunnaki appear in mythological traditions of not only the Sumerians, but the Akkadians, the Assyrians, and the Babylonians.
Well, that's a lot of lens.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of peoples.
And the Sumerians were located in present-day Iraq and Iran, a.k.a. back then Mesopotamia.
Oh, yes.
And which that has been long referred to as the cradle of civilization.
Right.
Where we all began.
It's where Laura Croft runs around.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Well,
is that what she does?
She's a Tomb Raider, so yeah, I think it was like one of the movies. It was like Cradle of Life, and she dicks around in there like for some ancient artifacts or something.
I should have watched that for my research.
Mm-hmm. That and like, what was it, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull? Where he was like, I'm gonna get in this refrigerator and a nuclear blast is gonna come off, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm fine, and then he like walks away. It was the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen.
All I remember is that Shia LaBeouf was in it, and that's all I cared about.
Oh, that's right, he was. He was a good little Indiana Jones Jr.
I love him.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He's a good man, maybe.
Moving forward.
Anyway.
Okay. Yes.
The Anunnaki, in Sumerian meant those who come from heaven, or those who from heaven came to earth, is what it means. They came upon the evolution on earth as it had been progressing for billions of years. And the story goes, these Anunnaki desired to create a worker who could communicate and learn from them. This is one of the stories.
So
of basically humankind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's just like skip the bullshit and be like, so a slave. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They basically made humans to be their slaves to harvest gold, but I'll get back to that. Apparently.
Fucking shit.
God damn it, Anunnaki. Anunnaki. Anunnaki.
I mean, at least they sound
Anunnaki. Sorry.
I wish that like sometimes titles could have sounds, like if you like press on them instead of like it's a title, it's like a sound instead, because that would be the name of the episode.
Anunnaki.
That would be amazing.
Perfect. I wish we could do that. Maybe we'll figure that out.
Maybe
someday.
we'll develop technology just for our 5 listeners.
When I post, I'll just be like Anunnaki, and then just
perfect.
Put the picture of the episode.
I like it. Perfect.
Anyway, so here's like another little part of the story. So, after a slew of failed prototypes, an Anunnaki goddess,
of course,
I think her name is Kai, engineered a perfect specimen, the Adam.
Oh, Adam.
This was done using 80% of the inferior specimen, which at that point was the Homo erectus human.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, speaking of erectus, we were just talking about that.
Zingers.
Wow, always bringing it around. So 80% of the inferior specimen and 20% of the superior Anunnaki specimen.
But of course.
And this, I wanted to say this because this is pretty interesting. It is only until recently that we understand DNA has the double helix nature. And the Sumerians depicted their goddess creator along with snakes in a double helix form. with thin bars connecting them in a spiral fashion. That was the Sumerian like picture of of how they were created. And that's how our DNA actually is. So I thought that was pretty crazy.
Made of snakes.
And the intertwined snakes are also the modern day representatives for the field of medicine.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. That is very true.
Anyways, I just thought that was an interesting little side note. I didn't know
that's a little fun fact.
the little, heritage, the roots of that.
Yeah, that's
and also I was just talking to, so I did a dinner yesterday with our friend Dana, who's a chef.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And we were talking about yoga, and I was asking her, because she's a yoga teacher also, and I was asking her about Kundalini yoga.
Yeah, you were.
And she was talking about how...
I don't know why I'm doing that. Like, yeah, you were.
I was.
Like a fucking frat boy. Yeah, you were, girl. Like, what am I doing? Like, keep going.
But she was talking about how in Kundalini yoga, like the base of your spine apparently is like a coiled snake, and like in order to like reach enlightenment or something, you have to uncoil the snake up your spine or something. And I was like, that kind of connected, that kind of reminded me of this. Anyways.
We'll get to the aliens if we just uncoiled our snake.
Just uncoil your snake and you'll have it. You'll get it.
I mean, that's
to
true
you.
in a lot of ways.
If you think about it.
If you really think
uncoil
about
your
it.
goddamn snake.
Just uncoil it.
Just
and release it.
Release
the Kraken.
So cool. Release the Kraken. So the Sumerians were skilled trade merchants. They would like trade lapis, they would trade cedar and gold, and they collected all those things from around where they were. They also gave us the plow. They invented the plow. And they also invented time. The 24-hour day and 60-minute hour.
Well, that's then they're dicks. Like, why can't we just then...
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I hate time.
Can we just be... Yeah, so... Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Right.
While I keep telling you about the Anunnaki.
Okay,
so Sumerian history has been found in written records called cuneiform tablets. And these were the earliest systems of writings. They were invented by the Sumerians, and it's distinguished by this like wedge-shaped mark on clay tablets, and it was made by like a blunt reed to like carve into it. And the term cuneiform comes from cuneus, Latin for wedge, which is why it was a wedge shape marks, and that was like their language.
Okay.
Their written language. Anyway.
Their written language is pie charts.
Yes.
Got it. Cool.
They're just little pieces of pie that they stamped into stone.
Dude, I could totally get on with that language.
Could definitely
be like,
figure
I'm gonna
it out.
You're gonna have this tiny cherry pie, and I'm gonna have this entire chocolate pie.
So reportedly, yeah, exactly. Different types of pie mean different words.
That would be amazing. And then you have to eat the pie in order to convey those words. Like, fucking sweet.
Oh, you want apple pie? That means you have to go to the bathroom.
And you have to eat the whole thing.
Then you'll shit your pants, so that will be true. Reportedly, some 500,000 tablets have been recovered, but only a very small number have actually been translated. So,
okay.
All this stuff has been, like, all the stuff I found is just...
What it is. What you have what they have so far.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So there's a lot more to be uncovered, for sure.
More pies.
More pies to eat.
There might be more pies that we can't, maybe because we only know a certain different kind of pies right now, so we have to expand our minds. And if we find out those different pies, we'll know these pies. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes. So anywho.
Yes, thank you.
So the Sumerians, like I said, worship the Anunnaki, said to be the children of earth and sky. An was their sky god, and Kai was the earth goddess that created apparently the humans.
Kai sounds so much cooler than like An.
Yeah, it does. Kai's way better. So there's an author named Michael Cremo. He wrote a book called Forbidden Archaeology.
Michael Cremo. Oh, yeah, we've actually interviewed
probably have
on Gaia. Yeah, he's big on Stonehenge. Yeah.
Yes. So he's researched the history of archaeology for over 40 years. He documents his findings that have been excluded from mainstream academic archaeology, and findings that would ultimately just disrupt a widely accepted story of human origin. So that's what he is really known for. Did you ever meet him?
No, I never met him, but I went through a lot of his interview stuff.
Yeah. Did you think he was a crazy guy?
No, he actually was pretty. I liked him because he was very articulate, and he wasn't just like, and then you talk to your belly button, and it tells you the secrets of the world, and it's fine.
It's the opening portal.
It is, and my cat told me when my face was melting off that this. I don't know why I'm speaking in this like ASMR, but
it's fine.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It is perfect. So he seemed like more legit. Like he actually like looked like he'd bathed, and it was like
it wasn't like that crazy guy in Ancient Aliens who always has wild hair and is like on crack.
Right, he's just like yeah, exactly.
He's like shaking when he talks.
He looks very
put together.
Very put together. He's just again very articulate, very precise in like what his thoughts are and everything else. So yeah, it makes him sound very, very legit.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Crimo, along with this author Zechariah Sickton,
that is an intense
Eric
name.
von Dyken.
Yeah.
Daniken.
He's a funny dude too. They did a whole series with him as well.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So you know all about these motherfuckers.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
You're like, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I told you it was gonna get weird. Yeah. Also, Michael Tellinger and several others make compelling arguments that the Anunnaki were, in fact, off-world beings posing as gods. But I mean, if you think about what they didn't know, like, these are extraterrestrial beings. They didn't have that fucking language. Okay.
Right.
Back then?
No, they did not. They're
so
just
anyways,
he just looks different. He's a neighbor and he's blue.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't know.
I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. That's what exactly they what sang when they came down to Earth.
Exactly what happens.
And formed a race of people. Anywho, this theory also asserts that these sky gods genetically engineered human race as a slave species, like we said, which may account for the weak links in their evolutionary story. In the evolutionary story. These kinds of theories have given birth to the ancient astronaut hypothesis, and that asserts that off-world beings have been posing as gods to influence human affairs for millennia. And it's technically called the ancient astronaut hypothesis. Okay?
I like it.
Basically, the whole series of Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
I
don't think I've ever actually watched one episode of that.
It's fun, but it's also sometimes a little like, okay, you guys chill out for a little bit, okay?
That's fair.
My cat is not trying to beam me up.
He might be. Just opens up his mouth.
That's like, probably the most true.
That is the most true.
So
that's what Austin's cat's trying to do for you. Beam you all up.
So many believe that the Anunnaki extracted massive amounts of gold using human labor. And
good for them.
This theory is derived because there's been multiple discoveries in South Africa of these ancient mining tunnels, as well as relics and links in the Sumerians. So some people they're like, I don't know why they wanted gold, but some people are like, say that they wanted so much gold because it would help them repair their atmosphere on the planet they lived in. So the Sumerians were also known for sophisticated astronomical mathematical knowledge. One of the many cultures that is like unexplained how they would know that. And so it's speculated that was also passed by the Anunnaki, and that's speculated
probably.
But also they could just sit under the stars but like they could like predict so many things, and it's like, how the fuck could you guys do that?
The humans?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, probably, because they're just like, I feel like maybe the Anunnaki or Sumerians probably had like some great sense of humor, and they were just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, no, I'll give you the tools, the technology. Like, you can't even, like, they're just trying to like, okay, little buddy.
What do you think
this is what we do? And they're just like, I like to put my penis in her vagina. And they're like, no, like, look at this big constantly. They're like, no, I like to eat meat for dinner. And they're like, no, fuck.
That's why they had to crossbreed.
Right. And they're like, we're gonna, like, you take these tools and we're gonna go. Okay? So I feel like we're gonna float back up
into the sky. Bye-bye.
Right. We gotta go. We tried. It's like Earth is like this giant humanitarian effort for like alien cultures. Like, oh yeah, you gotta go do community service there for like a little bit and serve your time. And they're like, oh fuck, man, can I just do the jail time? And they're like, no.
That's a wonderful analogy.
I feel like that's exactly what it is.
Oh my God. So, in a woman named Helena Blavatsky's book, The Secret Doctrine, she thinks the Anunnaki, among many others that think this, she thinks that the Anunnaki are and were a reptilian race that survives to this day.
I've heard that one.
Deeply entrenched in human affairs.
Well, those are the ones that, well, I don't know if we can talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what she believes.
Right, and that's like the reptilian race is the one that leads some people today.
Yeah, the elite 1% or something maybe. Anyway, she writes of these dragon men who also influenced the lost Lemurian civilization.
Yep, heard of that too.
David.
God, this is like flashbacks at my Gaia days.
I know. I was like, she's gonna.
I've heard all these words.
I know you have.
This is interesting.
So David Icke has been.
It's just Ike. David Icke.
Heard about him knows too? All
yeah,
of
it's Ike, but I like Ike instead.
Icke,
David Icke.
I have an Icke. David Icke has been on the Disclosure and Conspiracy Lecture Circuit since 1999. And he believes the imposter Anunnaki gods continue to manipulate humanity from seats of political, corporate, and financial power worldwide.
Interesting.
Weird.
So weird.
Some giant corporations are real fucked and they control the fucking world.
Interesting, isn't it?
Isn't it? So weird and interesting.
It's just a coincidence, Brianna.
Isn't it so fucking weird?
Yeah. I don't know why I said it like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he explains that these beings not only exploit humans, but feed off collective fear.
Like I'm doing right now?
Ike?
David
Ike calls
Icke.
for a disconnect from mainstream media and Orwellian entertainment that triggers fear and anxiety, which is an aggregate hypnotic state. Fear and anxiety is a fucking hypnotic state that we can live.
Very
when you
true.
are living in that all the time is technically a hypnotic state, which is kind of crazy if you think about it like that.
It is crazy when you think about it like that.
Because you can't do anything else if you're fucking anxious and fearful all the time.
100%.
And that's what they count on.
That's how they control you.
The reptilians!
The reptilians. Drinking that baby blood.
So according to Sickton, who wrote the book I forget now. I'm lost now. Anyways, Sickton, remember him? Shickton?
Shickton and lime?
So, yeah, isn't that fun?
It is super fun.
Let's talk about Nibiru, because I told you guys I'd be talking about that.
Nibiru.
Also no, we don't have to say when it's translated into. It's a term in the Akkadian language, and it translates into crossing or point of transition.
Okay.
The term Nibiru comes from the Sumerian cuneiform tablets, and these writings are like, from the Sumerian cuneiform tablets. The term Nibiru means planet of crossing, and its cuneiform sign was often a cross or a various winged disc, which I thought was kind of interesting too.
Huh. Okay.
Some authors believe that the observations of ancient astronomers provide proof that Nibiru is an actual planet in our solar system, not like in some far-off distant universe, or a brown dwarf in our solar system. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that.
Where's it hiding, though?
Oh, it just comes every, 3,500 years because its orbit is really long. So I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that.
So they're not very tan.
But it is a brown dwarf, so...
I mean, I am a brown dwarf, so I know all about that.
Yeah, a little bit. No, you're not. You're not a dwarf.
I'm pretty close.
You are a brown skin girl.
Only half of me, though. Actually, no, maybe I am.
What's the song? How does the Beyonce song go?
Brown skin girl. There it is. Did you watch it?
I did.
How'd you like it?
I was watching it kind of while I was cleaning, so I need to rewatch it. But the dancing and the costumes and the visuals are pretty fucking crazy.
They're pretty crazy. I think I still liked the visual album of Formation though.
Oh,
Hands down.
1,000.
Hands down.
That, yeah.
Was insane. Mm-hmm. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, lemon. Oh,
yeah, I mean, that was amazing.
Anywho, brown skin girls.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brown skin girls. Anyway, so Nibiru's origin was also talked about in Skikton's 1976 book.
Okay.
That he wrote about Sumerian astronomy. He also then, a few years later, self-described the mystic claimed planet was headed for a collision with Earth.
Oh.
So that stirred up a couple things, and again, more doomsday theories and shit like that.
As you do.
But no, I'm not gonna say that part.
Okay. That's cool.
So some experts on this subject of Nibiru and the Anunnaki say that it will be known as the second sun, and it will be that visible in the sky once it comes closer to Earth. And we'll be able to see it with our naked eye more and more, and apparently we can see it right now.
Where?
In the sky. Somewhere.
In the sky? Okay, got it. Thank you.
I'll tell you guys more about that later, what NASA says about that.
They're just like, there's no Nibiru.
Well, they say there's no Nibiru, but they say there's something else that's literally the exact same thing.
Because we discovered it.
They discovered it.
Yeah,
though.
they discovered it.
It's not the same. It's not the same thing. It's different. But we discovered it. It's named Planet X. But Nibiru, that is some far-fetched motherfucking shit.
Like, you guys are fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. So, like, but Planet X.
So, anyways, I'm going to take a little side segment because, as we all know, we're clearly living in not normal times right now.
Are you sure?
This is the weirdest time of all, I feel like.
I mean, of our lifetime, yes. 100%.
Of our lifetime. I mean, it's of our lifetime, yes.
Yes.
Who knows what it was like back in the day.
Well, with the Spanish flu, it was kind of similar shit.
But not everything else was going on at the same time as this, you know, how all the things right now
all the
that
other
are
things
happening.
that we're not going to talk about? Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay, that's
so
incredibly fair.
It's clear we're not living. Shit's getting weirder every day.
It's true.
Right?
Come on, November.
And it seems, to many, it seems that we're living in an age like foretold by almost every religion and culture throughout history. Mm-hmm. Called by many different kinds of names. Time of purification, the tribulation, the correcting time, the quickening, the turning point, so on. New earth, great awakening. The Hopi prophecy called it time of purification. I already said that. Good job, Brie.
I still like that you didn't change your inflection.
Time of purification. So, also in the Bible, known as the end of the age of rebellion and the beginning of divine new orders.
The age of rebellion?
Mm-hmm,
you mean like get your fucking shit in line like time? Because that's
like this. The age of rebellion has been just like us not being with our true selves, or like not like being focused on the material things of the world and not focusing on like what's truly matters as as being a human on this planet.
It's funny because I'm sure
is my
the age of rebellion is like in the Christian whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Interesting.
In Matthew 24, I think it talks about it. Yeah.
Okay, then.
In the Bible, we should look it up.
So it's funny because it's going to be like the age of not being
and in
our true selves.
Revelation, they talk about it too.
Yeah, they talk about like they're like, yeah. So it's been like where I feel like the Bible would have translated it very differently, but then the Christians that aren't really Christians are just like, yeah, no, that was the time of just like people were being gay and people were just being
not
fucking
like
sinful, but like it's all going to be misinterpreted once again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we humans interpreted to our own personal reasons.
But of course.
You know?
Gotta love that human ego, though.
Funny, the world leaders are calling this time of COVID something very similar.
Ooh, okay.
Bill Gates and some of his friends are calling this the Great Reset. Have you heard about this?
I have not heard about this.
You can look this up on the World Economic Forum.
Okay.
And I just wanted to read a little excerpt from you because it just kind of, I don't know.
Okay.
I just wanted to read it because it's kind of interesting.
I'm good at reading.
So the COVID-19 crisis and the political, economic, and social disruptions it has caused is fundamentally changing the tradition context for decision making. So basically this great reset has all come about because of COVID-19 only. And the world leaders now are like, we need...
Oh, just like that. We need death and destruction.
You guys need to listen to everything we say so that we can reset the world, basically. Maybe not. Who knows? But
disagree.
Just listen.
But okay.
To what they write. The inconsistencies, inadequacies, and contradictions of multiple systems, from health and financial to energy and education, are more exposed than ever amidst the global context of concern for lives, livelihoods, and the planet. Which is fucking true. Like, we need to care about this shit. So it's like, it's a pretty little package. Yeah. Like, it sounds beautiful and great, and they're gonna help us and save us. The leaders of the world are gonna save us.
Are they?
With all their money and all the things.
Just as long as we do exactly what they need us to do?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. So leaders find themselves at a historic crossroads, managing short-term pressures against medium and long-term uncertainties. Okay. As we enter a unique window of opportunity to shape the recovery, this is word for word, just so you know.
This makes me want to vomit in my mouth.
This initiative will offer insights to help inform all those determining the future state of global relations, the direction of national economies, the priorities of societies, the nature of business models, and the management of a global commons. Drawing from the vision and vast expertise of the leaders engaged across the forum's communities, the Great Reset Initiative has a set of dimensions to build a new social contract that honors the dignity of every human being. Just listen to what we say.
Hashtag just widen the gap of the haves and the have-nots. That's what that whole what you just said to me is pretty much what translated.
It's
widening the gap of the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah. It's kind of freaky. And then I'm going to end it with this other thing that I read on that website.
Love it.
There is an urgent need for global stakeholders to cooperate in simultaneously managing the direct consequences of COVID-19 crisis to improve the state of the world. The World Economic Forum is starting the Great Reset Initiative. So this is happening right now with our world leaders, like what? Bill Gates.
Nazi Germany bullshit does this sound like?
Oh yeah, and there's a video on the website. This is the World Economic Forum.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So anyways.
That makes my heart hurt. Cool. And so anyways, aliens.
Anyways, all religions have a name for this time. The coming promised. Wait, what?
The coming promise?
The coming.
I mean, everyone is about the coming promise.
Yes, they are. That's
man and
really
woman.
The ultimate goal. So apparently this planet Nibiru was also, it's basically like when it's present around, when it's near the Earth, like it's said that more economic disasters happen because its energy is has so much different kinds of energies and stuff.
Okay.
And like just different things start happening when this planet is near Earth. So yeah, basically we're going through weird times, and it might have to do something with the planet Nibiru coming closer to the Earth, and you can see it. And it's, I mean, the literal meaning means like planet of crossing or point of transition. So I just think that's kind of interesting. So what does NASA say about Nibiru? They definitely discount Nibiru being real, but they believe a ninth planet does exist, and it might be 10 times the mass of Earth, which Nibiru is supposedly, like planet 7X is supposed to be like around 7 times the size of Earth. So NASA has found a planet that is 10 times the mass of Earth, and it's 20 times farther than the sun than Neptune.
Jesus. Okay.
They did debunk the myths that this planet would ever crash into Earth. They say that this planet that they've found will not do that. And Konstantin Batygin, a planetary astrophysicist at Caltech, Pasadena, whose team is closing in on finding Planet 9, said that there's now enough evidence to assume the mysterious world does exist. This is a fucking astrophysicist.
Jesus. Okay.
That's what NASA says about the planet. And yeah, that's how I'm gonna end this weird, random, paranormal segment.
I liked it. I think it was great.
I just wanted to bring it all, the Anunnaki, back into our normal, what's kind of, I don't know. Who the fuck knows what's going on right now? Who the fuck knows if this shit is all a crock of shit, which it could be.
It might not be, though, because weirder things are happening now. So
yeah, they are. And more things are being revealed.
True.
And and we do know, like, they have come out and said that aliens are real and there's different kinds.
Yes.
So, but it's COVID, so no one's really worried about the aliens right now.
I mean, true.
I'm not worried about
Give it a month.
Just fucking be strong in your heart. Love each other. Don't be an asshole.
I mean, basic human principles.
Don't be a little sheep too much. Obviously, we're keeping each other safe. We're keeping each other.
Yes.
We just need to be good to each other.
We do.
And try to find our own truths.
It's true.
In the Anunnaki. Okay, that's it.
I like it.
That's all I got.
I like it.
It's kind of like a fucking
I liked it,
coaster.
Though. It was a roller coaster. It was a good ride. I enjoyed it.
Was it? Did it make any sense?
It did make a lot of sense.
Good.
Sweet.
You better delete some of that weird shit.
No.
Great. I guess I'm good enough for the dark.
I mean, everyone is. It's fine.
The darkness. The darkness.
Exactly. Okay. Are we ready for some pulp culture?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about The Simpsons.
Oh my God, yes!
But just not like the history of it, but just how they used to, they predict everything. So.
Oh my God, me and my sister were literally just talking about this. Yes!
Yes.
And they predicted
everything.
They
But some people
don't predict a lot, but they predict a lot of shit.
But they predict a lot. So here we go. So this show premiered in 1989, and actually it was the show
that's my birth year.
Relevance. It's been going as long as you've been born.
That's crazy.
Or alive.
And I've never watched it.
Really?
As long as I've been born.
Do you have Disney Plus?
I know, I need to start watching.
Watch it.
I should just start from the beginning.
Fucking hilarious. Yes, absolutely.
Even though there's like 1 million. How many episodes are there?
There's a shit ton.
Like
but like I honestly stopped watching it around season probably like 7 or 8.
Okay.
Because they were all good like before that. But I mean, they're still good. But it's just like the show goes on for like so long, and it's like the same thing. It's different but the same. So anyway. Okay. So anyway. So it was the show. It actually used to be on Thursday nights on Fox at 7 p.m. And it was a staple for our family to like watch that. And I think later on it was like a staple, like, because they moved to Sunday nights with, I think, King of the Hill and shit. So we would like go, and it was like our time for our TV, and we'd watch our shit. And it would be like our staple for Thursday nights, though, it was a pork chop with canned green beans and macaroni and cheese.
Oh, fuck yeah, I remember
that,
The Simpsons.
I remember that dinner like it's a fucking staple. I remember that dinner like it's a
really
fucking staple.
Cute.
Isn't it?
Oh, sorry, I just kicked you in the shin.
No, you're fine. Okay. So, anyway, so it spanned over 31 seasons. Hashtag 30-ish.
Is it still happening or no?
It's still happening, yeah. They got greenlit, I think, for at least another...
Forever.
For another 2 seasons, I believe. So, yeah, pretty much forever. So, so these predictions have become a bit of a pop culture thing because so many have come true. So let's start with a simple, easy one. So, not that all of them are hard or anything, but anyway, so the three-eyed
Homo erectus.
So there was a three-eyed fish. It was in season 2, episode 1, and in this episode from 1990, Bart catches a three-eyed fish named Blinky in the river by the power plant, which makes local headlines. And then more than a decade later, in real time, like life, whatever, you're like, yeah, I get it. A three-eyed fish was discovered in a reservoir in Argentina. Strangely enough, the reservoir itself was fed by water from a nuclear power plant. So, take it as you will.
Okay.
So, they also predicted the Siegfried and Roy attack.
Oh.
Yeah. So, in season 5, episode 10...
Which is hard to just, like, predict that.
Right. So, this, I think it was in So, it was predicted in 1993. And it came true in 2003. After Simpsons... after...
Again, 10 years?
10 years. About 10 years. So, after Springfield decides to legalize gambling, Mr. Burns opens a casino where German magicians Gunther and Ernest perform a routine seeming to spoof the long-running, like, Las Vegas show of Siegfried and Roy.
Rest in peace,
right.
Siegfried.
Is he dead? Did he die?
One of them died this year, I think.
This year? I was like, not from the tiger attack, I thought.
No.
So, it's tragically... a bit in which the animated duo is attacked by the tiger came to fruition 10 years later, which Roy was mauled on the stage by a white Bengal tiger, leaving him partially paralyzed and ending the long-running production. So they did predict it.
That's so weird.
Which is hilarious. Which, if you watch the episode, it's like he's telling him to jump, and he's like saying it in his German accent. He's like cracking the whip. And the tiger is like dreaming of like him, like when he's like in a little safari in this beautiful jungle, and then he attacks him.
Oh.
So... I think he's like trying to get him to ride a bike or something like that. Something weird.
Oh my
God. So the next one is this one was a spoof on like the faulty vote machines. So in season 20, episode 4, it was predicted in 2008, and this came true in 2012. So in a Homer tries to vote for Barack Obama, only to have a voting machine record his selection as John McCain several times. Coincidentally, when it came time for Obama to run for a second term in 2012, video footage emerged of a Pennsylvania machine switching a vote from Obama to one for his Republican opponent Mitt Romney. The machine was reportedly taken out of commission, which I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fucking nuts, right?
They probably got the idea from the Simpsons.
They did. They're like,
we could do this.
We could totally do this.
Episode.
It's
they'll
like
never
they'll never predict it. They'll never question it.
They'll never catch us.
Fuckers. So, okay. So in Farmville. Oh, wait. Not in Farmville. We're not going to Farmville. No.
Isn't that the computer game?
No. It is, but this is just about Farmville. So, okay. The virtual reality game Farmville, which, did you ever play Farmville?
No.
You never played it? I totally fucking played that shit.
What do?
You have crops. You have virtual crops, and you have to tend to them. And if you don't harvest them, they'll die.
Well, yeah.
That's a thing. I mean, you're like, I know in real life, if I don't harvest them, I will die of starvation. Like, it's a thing.
That's really funny. Isn't there like cows and stuff?
There cows? You can get cows. I don't know if they actually die and stuff, but like you can get little animals and they grow up, but like the crops will die if you do not harvest them in time. But you have to like harvest.
It's like a Tamagotchi
But you have
farm.
to wait. You have to like wait for them like 24 hours to harvest. So you have to always come back and check it, or you can like do like a special like little thing that you can harvest. Like you can make them grow faster.
Wow, that's not fucking controlling. You have to come every day, or your plants will like.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the game.
Man.
It was smart. The people fucking love that shit.
And then there's weird ads in them and shit for the 100%.
So Farmville was like all the craze in 2009 when people rushing home from work and school, like myself, to tend to their farm. And in 1998, 2009, which is a really weird because I guess it was that long ago. 2009 when people. Oh, I'm sorry. In a 1998 episode, so again, this is roughly 9 years before, The Simpsons shows a scene where kids are excited to play in a yard work simulator. So that was just that little bit, like, so they were just like, so again, it was like almost kind of verbatim what that was.
That's funny.
So, this one was actually kind of interesting. So these old Beatles letters. So in season 2's episode 18, Brush with Greatness, Ringo Starr from the Beatles is shown responding to fan letters while saying, they took the time to write to me, and I don't care if it takes me another 20 years. I'm going to answer every single one of them. Two women in England received a reply to their fan mail from Sir Paul McCartney 50 years later. So he actually was doing it.
Wow. No.
So that was just a heartwarming one.
What if they died?
That's true. But the point is that he was doing it. He just couldn't get to it.
Got so many fan letters.
100%.
It would take 50 years.
Right. So I thought that was really cool.
That's really neat.
I
should write him a letter
you should
and
write
save
him
the
a letter.
post office.
You should.
Everyone write Paul McCartney a letter.
Save the fucking post office. Do it. Go buy just a book of stamps.
Or your state government.
Something.
Or
write somebody something.
The president. You're fired.
You're fired.
I did see a meme about that.
Oh,
Everyone mail the president a letter that says, you're fired.
That would be actually really funny.
I know. I was like, that's actually a pretty hilarious idea. He said it to so many.
I like that idea. Okay.
And he loved it. He did love it.
You're fired. You're fired. Okay, so the God particle. The existence of Higgs boson. Yes. Boson. I'm sorry. Or God particle, a breakthrough that helps explain how everything in the universe has mass, wasn't confirmed by physicist. Physicist. I'm not saying that right.
Yeah, you are.
Wasn't confirmed by physicists until 2012, but according to Dr. Simon Sigg, the author of The Simpsons and Their Mathematical Secrets, after Homer decided to become an inventor in the Wizard of Evergreen Terrace episode, he was pictured standing in front of a blackboard with the equation that predicted the mass of the yet-to-be-discovered particle.
What the what? There's some...
The Higgs...
they got some things going on over
if
in
you
the Simpsons writing rooms.
This was a quote that Dr. Simon actually said. If you work it out, you get the mass of the Higgs boson, I'm not quite sure, that's only a bit larger than the nanomass of a Higgs, the God particle actually is. It's kind of amazing as Homer makes this prediction 14 years before it actually was discovered. Isn't that crazy?
That's bananas.
Isn't that fucking... That was, I think, the craziest one.
That's really crazy.
So
I was just thinking of the Simpsons song, which I know is there's no words, but I was just singing the Simpsons like if they were the Flintstones. Simpsons, meet the Simpsons. They're a modern Stone Age family in the town of Springfield. Yeah. It's a place in Missouri. Okay. Sorry,
perfect.
Thank you. I really needed that.
That was nice.
Break.
You did. It was nice. It was a good segue.
I don't know anything else about the show, so I couldn't go on.
I know. I'm actually kind of shocked that you don't.
I just know about Lisa and Bart and Marge and
all the
baby?
Maggie.
I literally didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Ned Flanders looked like my 6th grade teacher, Mr. Crosby.
Nice. I like it.
Who was a questionable man. Anyways. I'm just kidding. He was fine.
So they also predicted the NSA spying scandal. This was actually in the Simpsons movie. So in 2007 was when it was predicted. It came true in 2013. When the Simpson family is forced to go into hiding following their escape from the EPA biodome enclosing Springfield, the NSA locates Marge and the kids by listening in one of their conversations. However, it wasn't until 6 years later the Simpsons movie hit theaters that Edward Snowden first blew the whistle on the government mass surveillance of Americans' phone and internet records. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, that one was a little closer. That wasn't quite 10 years. So.
But it was 6.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Right?
It's like they know. They
do know.
It's like they're trying to give us some secret info, but we're just not picking it up.
Listening. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, what are we supposed how are you supposed to pick out what is gonna be right or not? You know. I don't know.
Perfect. This one's a little bit lighter. So this one was Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance. So this one was aired. I guess the episode was called Lisa Goes Gaga. And it was season 23 and episode 22. And it was regarded as one of the worst episodes of the show thus far. I'd never watched it, actually.
Because it was the worst.
Yeah. It featured Lady Gaga visiting Springfield and aiding Lisa's self-esteem issues. When Gaga performs at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2017, many noticed that her wire-based spark, like where she falls from the freaking sky, it bore an uncanny resemblance of one of the mini outfits during the episode. So like in the episode, you kind of see her. She's like almost in the exact same, like where like the complete. It was like a silver bullshit thing, so it looks exactly the same.
It was a leotard.
Which to that one, I'm like, I don't know if that's a prediction or just like I'm just gonna do that episode. Like that one was just a little weird, but
you're like, yeah, because she totally could have been like,
yeah. So I'm sure like one of her people were like, I'm pretty sure the Simpsons did that, and she's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. So yeah,
I'm gonna make this a reality,
right? Because she can, because she fucking can,
and probably because that was so weird how she did that.
It was a little.
It was so. She just was like,
yeah.
And she like fucking. I don't even know. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but it's her flailing body,
just like meh.
Just like stiffening up and jumping off that weird platform.
True.
So
100%.
Is that what it was like in the episode?
Kind of. I think she just kind of came down and then she went to her piano. I'm pretty sure. I didn't really watch the whole thing.
When I went to Lady Gaga and I was on the floor of
the
Pepsi Center.
Yes.
And she was 3 rows away from me. On her fucking piano.
You could have touched her.
Literally see-through piano emitting laser beam colorful rainbow lights with every chord she was playing.
I love it. I think it's amazing.
And I'm gonna cry. Oh, that was so good. Anyway. That was a good one. Thank you for letting me.
I like it.
Take my time with that.
Yeah, I know. You were in a moment. I wouldn't interrupt you.
You're like, I'm gonna
It's fine.
This Don't get too homo erectus over there, Brianna.
I mean, do I need to leave the room kind of thing. So this one was just a little weird, I thought. So this is the baby translator. So in season 3, episode 24, the Simpsons were okay. The Simpsons were onto an app game back in the early 1990s. Homer's seldom seen half brother Herb ascended like from poor to like he had a bunch of fucking money, creating an invention that translates gibberish from infants into full sentences. Years later, this cry translator app would come out, which also analyzes a baby's cry to translate needs. Jesus. I don't know if this is actually. I just thought it was like the most. I'm like, is that really a thing? Do people actually just go like, just hold it to their baby's mouth and just be like, oh, she wants a beer. Is that right, Janet? I don't Do we like give it to her?
Magic 8 ball, like,
right? I don't understand that. Which I was almost.
Every baby's cry is different.
Right. So I forgot to put. I'm like, I'm gonna put that fucking shit on there, and I never did. So we're gonna do that right now because we got the time. Let's see.
Oh my god, that is so weird. Do you want me to fake cry?
We can. What it says. Let's see. It says there actually is like a cry. It only has 2.5 stars. So
this didn't work. I was trying to feed my baby, but I had already fed it. And it really needed its diaper change, but it said that it needed it to be fed. It's like, what?
Dude, I love these because like this cry analyzer, 1 star. Like, do people actually try it? Like, okay, 1 minute. I need to read
reviews.
Where did it go? I tried when I knew my baby was tired, and the answer for the app was another very different. Also, it only gives 3 tries only, so I'm disappointed.
Well, 3 tries and it's not right. You're out.
Total scam. This app.
Oh no.
This app is worse than my life.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. You obviously, if you need to get a. People are very desperate.
I mean, why does it only let you have 3 tries? This is just a simple stopgap for my baby sister's crying. What? Bad app. It is giving you limited use, then asking for purchase, whereas not mentioned at top, this app consists purchased items. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's very bad. If I could vote negative 100,000, I would have voted. Good app, but ... They only give you so many free, quote unquote, detections before they start asking for money to keep translating. This is amazing.
Oh my God.
This
Poor
is
people.
amazing.
It's like a fire fest.
It is a fire fest for this.
For people that really just don't know how to take care of a child.
Yeah. I just can't even. Those were some good. Oh, okay. Save your money. Baby started crying throughout the day, and when the baby was in discomfort due to having a dirty diaper, it would say she was very hungry or bored.
Wow, did I literally just predict that as a fucking problem? Or was that just
the baby was bored, so that's what it translated. The baby was bored, that's what the app translated as her crying. It said she was hungry or bored. And it said save your money.
Your baby's bored, so just let it. Like, what is that? What do you do? You just shake a rattle on its face.
8 years ago. Don't bother with this app. I got this app to try with my first child who was just recently born a couple months ago. When I first tried the app, I had an iPhone 3G, and the translator didn't work that well. But I just attributed to the phone. It took me, oh my God, it's like a paragraph. It took me about 6 or 7 times before it would give me results. Of course, for good measure. Can you imagine this person just like holding it to the crying child and just going like, 1 minute?
Yeah. I just need to know what you want. I'm just going to leave you in your crib till I figure it out with this app that I got.
Sometimes it was the same result as the first, or it would change. That's about 2 minutes to get the supposed translation. You're better off going on intuition because it will probably be more accurate and faster. The app says it takes less than 10 seconds to get translation. But what they don't say is that it does not always give a translation after that 10 seconds. I have tried holding it away and close to the baby, but the results are usually the same.
Poor child. Just like hits it on its head.
Right? I actually get more frustrated with trying to use the app than with the baby crying. Even if the app was free, I wouldn't use it. Not sure how the app got medals, prizes, or good reviews, but stay away because it's not worth the frustration. Oh my God. This is wow. This is amazing. This is ridiculous. I don't know what people are. You would have better luck using this to translate Swahili. This is without a doubt the worst $10 I've ever spent on an app. People spent $10 on this. Anyway.
Thousands. Yeah, that's all they need to do.
More upsetting is that those people are raising children.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank God I have an app to decipher what my child needs.
Yeah.
That's literally your job as a fucking parent.
Right? Like, it's fine.
It's
fine.
I mean, I understand it can be a little crazy.
Right.
Anyway,
okay.
Holy.
So.
That was a fun little side.
That was a fun little.
Sidetrack.
Right? Okay, so.
Sidetrack.
Grease thieves. Okay. So what happened on The Simpsons in the 1988 episode Lard of the Dance? Homer recruits Bart to help him make money by stealing grease. They try to steal grease from Krusty Burger as well as from Bart's school. What happened in real life, the rising price of oil created a black market for grease. And as noted in the 2008 New York Times article, restaurant grease thefts had spiked. The article opened with the story of a man who stole 300 gallons of grease from a Burger King. In 2012, the New York Times highlighted this episode in the article about grease theft from restaurants. An episode of The Simpsons from 1998 has Homer Simpson trying to make a quick buck for grease. But for years, law enforcement authorities seemed unaware that fryer oil was being stolen by unlicensed haulers, causing millions of dollars worth of losses each year for the rendering industry that collects and processes the grease. So they were just taking it, thieving it, and like whatever. And actually the reason why it started was because of they got this idea from The Simpsons. So it really wasn't a prediction. They got the idea, and it actually worked for a lot of people.
Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what you what?
When I think about like horror movies, I'm like, isn't this just showing people
how to do shit?
It's
what I think about when I watch crime shit. I'm just isn't it like just showing how people to get away with it?
Yeah, that's I think about that too.
Right? Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, which is kind of weird to think about.
Right. 100%. So, Daenerys Targaryen. You're not going to give a fuck about this, but they...
Is it from Star Trek? I'm just kidding. Daenerys Gregarious. Is that his name? What's his name?
First of all, it's a girl. It's the mother of dragons from Game of Thrones. It's not...
Okay, Star Trek.
That might be the name of the episode is Daenerys Gregarious.
Okay. I'll write that down.
No, that actually I think is going to be a Daenerys Gregarious. She was a gregarious thing, for sure.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Daenerys Gregarious.
Again, I wish I could sing the title.
That was amazing.
Anunnaki.
Yeah, that was amazing too. I like that. So the big plot twist with Game of Thrones, which are you ever gonna watch it?
I mean, isn't there like so many plot twists? Isn't every episode a plot twist?
It is, but like at the very end where you find out
Everyone
who
just
the
dies.
Game of Thrones is essentially. But I mean, anyway. So
well, what about people that are listening that haven't watched it? You can tell me. It's fine.
It's been a year.
It has.
Yeah.
Just
So,
close your ears.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
So anyway, they predicted in season 29, I think it was like a year before. Yeah, it was in 2017 that they predicted it. I believe that it aired last year. So Daenerys, like, apparently shocked, and it shocked me too, because I was like, that's not
The
her
Queen
character.
of the Dragons?
Yes, Queen of the Dragon, Mother of Dragons. It shocked fans when she and her dragon laid waste to the already surrendered King's Landing, which was the town that I don't know how to explain it to you because you're just like yeah. Anyway, she killed a bunch of innocent people. It seemed like out of her character, even though people like saying like that was totally her character, but she was supposed to be good. But everyone was like, no, you could see that she was being evil. That could be a whole other tangent I will not get into. Anyway, so in 2017 on season 29, it was called the Smurfsons, which spoofed various aspects of the Game of Thrones, including the three-eyed raven and the Night King. Homer revives a dragon that proceeds to incinerate a village. So they kind of predicted that he was going to lay waste to Game of Thrones was going to end up laying waste to all that. So 2 years before it actually aired. But again, you don't care about that because it's not what you like, and that's okay.
I do care.
Everyone has their faults.
They still predicted it.
Excuse me. I know. Next up, President Trumpy.
Yeah.
It's like, what was the guy? Ike, but Trumpy. So in season 11, episode 17, this was predicted in the year 2000, and it came true 16 years later in 2016.
That Donald Trump would be the president?
When Bart flashes forward into adulthood, viewers learn that Lisa not only becomes president, but inherits quite a budget crunch from her predecessor, Donald Trump. The country is broke, she asked her aides in one scene. How can that be? At the time, the real Trump presidency was still 16 years away.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
I bet they know some shit.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
I bet they're on the inside. This is my theory on The Simpsons.
Yes.
They have the inside info.
Yeah.
They're part of the elites. They make these episodes to make people think it's insane and crazy.
Right.
To deter people from thinking
it's
that can happen.
It's to test people. I've heard that too, like where they said like, oh no, it's not a prediction.
Like Men in Black.
They knew, and they were just like testing people, like if it was. That'd be a good episode for Paranormal too, the real Men in Black. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
that was the only thing that came to my mind.
It was like it's like to test people to see what they would do with that information.
The Matrix.
Mm-hmm. So,
which I still haven't watched all of, and I really need to watch. Do you own that movie?
I don't.
I think I do. I need to find it.
I only watched it maybe a couple times. I only watched.
My boyfriend's in it.
I watched
Chris Carmel.
Chris Carmel.
Keanu Reeves.
He is in it. I watched the first one more than the last. I think there was two more, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Up Revolution and
right, and I think I only watched those two like one time.
Mm-hmm. I think
isn't that crazy that Will Smith was supposed to be Neo?
No,
you didn't know that.
That would have been pretty dope.
He
I
backed
feel
out
like
of it for some weird reason.
Too much personality.
Yeah, but he was the first choice, and when he backed out, they
I feel like Keanu is like. I mean,
no, he's perfect for it. I can't imagine it for Will Smith. He would have been weird.
Will Smith is too jokey.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he wasn't jokey in what was that movie called with the
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. I was like,
not that he's too jokey. Like he obviously can be a serious actor, but I just like that doesn't.
No, it doesn't fit with his whatever. He can do like Pursuit of Happiness and that kind of stuff, but he can't. I think is too
like. Yeah, that's too serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're a great multifaceted actor, Will Smith.
He's one of the good ones.
He's listening.
He is listening.
I love Will Smith.
Yeah. But Simpsons is not, because I listen to a lot of comedy, and it was actually a lot of that before the election where comedians were joking about like, oh my God, Natasha Leggero was actually one of them, where she's like, they're going to turn the presidency into a reality show, and it was like, just dial 1 for President Trump, and she would actually say President Trump. And so it was interesting because I think that special was like run in 2013 2014, so I thought that was interesting.
Wow.
So people just kind of always thought that he was going to try and do this because he's a fucking jackass, and it's true. I mean, what anyway,
he's an elephant. Not a jackass.
Oh, you're right. He is an elephant because that's what a Republican is.
Get it?
Okay, so the last one is pretty on point. It's the shit show that is 2020. So this was predicted in 1993.
Oh, yeah.
And it came true in 2020. If 2020 was a bingo card, The Simpsons could already have at least 2 squares tacked off. In the nearly 30-year episode, #30ish, Margin Chains, not only does an unprecedented flu, I think it was called the Oshawaka flu, I believe is what it was called in the episode, swept through Springfield, so it originated in Asia. But when the townspeople began rioting to demand a cure for the virus, a swarm of killer bees that could be likened to the murder hornets that recently hit the U.S. unexpectedly come into the picture. So like they tip over like this truck or whatever because they're just like, we want a vaccine, and then it topples over and like all these bees come out and like start stinging people and killing people.
Dope.
Yeah.
Wow. Weird.
So whether coincidence or not, it's still freaky for sure. But I guess one of the creators of the show said, maybe not the creators, but one of the writers said, like, if you're on TV for as long as we are, things just kind of happen. It's not because we're predicting it. It's because, you're just on a show for so long. Things just kind of happen the way that they happen.
But that's fucking specific ass shit.
Right. And they're just like, that sometimes happens with this. I'm like, a likely story. I think you're just trying to defer because you know all the information, sir. But that's what people like claim. Like they're like, we don't know anything. We just like sometimes when you have a show on, as long as you do, like just things kind of happen because.
Oh, that's what they're saying.
That's
like
what they're
Simpsons
saying.
Creators are.
Yeah, or the Simpsons writers. I can't remember if it was the writers or the creators.
Isn't it the longest running show like ever?
I think so. I think it was originally supposed to be canceled around the same time. Like Family Guy was kind of running at the same time, and then they just never got
supposed to be canceled. When like Friends was being canceled.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't it?
And then they were
never been canceled.
And then they were originally going to just be done, and the Simpsons movie was going to be the end of it. But for whatever reason, and I'm sure it has to do with money, that they were like, oh yeah, we're going to keep going for that. That's fine. And they just haven't gotten canceled yet. So I think it is one of the longest running animated series.
And what other show is
Family Guy's still going, running. But like Family Guy.
Family Guy wasn't like
Family Guy was it was 1999, so it was 10 years behind Simpsons.
So the verdict's still out.
The verdict's still out. So it's in season 31. I think they got the green light.
30-ish.
Yeah, 31, and so I think that they had the green light at least for 2 more, maybe even 4 more seasons. Wow. So isn't that crazy?
Yeah, maybe I'll watch a few. Maybe I'll watch those conspiracy ones.
Yeah, watch the conspiracy ones. Watch anything from.
That's how I watch South Park. Is like the ones that people are like, you have to watch this one. So I've seen like 6 episodes.
That's fair. If you watch the episode or season 1, I think it was I don't know who was in jail. Somebody was in jail, but actually Michael Jackson voiced the character, and he was like this big shaven guy, and it was the most hilarious thing to hear Michael Jackson's voice come out of this guy's mouth.
Wait, what? I need to find that one.
I'm gonna look it up right now. It's called Stark Raving Dad, and it was in 1991, so it was like I think season 2. So he is he looks like does you sound like
is that Buddha?
No, that's Kearney. That's Kearney. Wait, where'd it go?
We should play Clue with Colonel Mustard.
So
in the dining room with the wrench.
This guy is Michael Jackson.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
So he's like in a mental institution. That's what I think it was. And so it's Michael Jackson's voice coming out of him. And actually Michael Jackson wasn't credited at all in that episode.
That's kind of funny and weird.
Isn't that kind of weird?
Welp. Is that our show?
That is our show.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Yeah.
I guess it's time to roll. I almost forgot we have to roll the dice.
We have to roll the dice.
God, we haven't recorded in forever.
I know, it's been a fortnight.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
2 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks since we launched an episode of Variation.
Hilarious.
You got your fucking topics up, bitch?
Oh, I'm getting them up right now.
You're getting them up?
I'm getting them
Just
up.
bringing it back to the Homo erectus.
Always the Homo erectus.
Always.
You gonna have your little shout out, or what are you doing?
Oh, hey guys. Thank you for listening.
Always.
This was a fun, just roundabout little episode. But we thank you for sticking with us and hanging out with us every week. We love it. Or if this is your first time listening, welcome. We're happy you're here. If you don't already, definitely follow us on 30ish on Instagram, THURDYISH. And
how you spell Oscar
we
Mayer.
love when you're liking our stuff, commenting on, what you think's funny in our episodes, DMing us random fucking memes to share, which is always really fun. I love when people do that. Because we find some good ones that way. So thanks for doing that. And we love y'all.
We do.
And yeah.
Ready?
Big you love you. Here we go.
Oh God.
Shay just dropped the fucking dice.
I was rolling it for a long time. So
She was prepping it up.
It was still 4.
History.
I think that's history.
It is. You can do a lot.
Excited. I haven't done history in a long time. Oh. Go for it. All right, go. It's a double history. We're going to have it's going to be fucking so scholaristic in here.
We're going to fuck drunk history.
Drunk history. What?
Be sure to join us next week for our drunk history episode.
It's been a good time.
We should maybe get extra drunk for our history.
We should. We should do that.
Okay. We're doing it.
Perfect.
Let us know if you need us to do any official episodes. What's his name? Derek Waters of Drunk History.
Oh, yes.
Creator.
100%.
Let us know.
We'll call it Drunkest History so we don't get any copyright fucked upness. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, it's our extra buzzed history.
Yeah. Oh, we'll call it Buzzed History. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Just because we don't get sued.
We're not getting
I can't have my
throw up drunk like those people do. That's insane.
They get fucked up. I don't even know how they do it. Drunk. They get really drunk. But no, I mean, we can't get sued because I can't get my PS3 taken away from me.
Or your Nintendo 64, bitch.
Oh, I got a Switch too.
Or your cats.
I got a Switch, and you know what one of the games is? I don't have it, but I kind of want to get it just for you. It's a bee simulator.
Oh my!
I don't know what it entails, but I'm assuming
you just go get honey on flowers.
That and you fuck with their sting chamber. What was it called? Was it sting chamber?
You become the queen, and you
was
get
it a sting box?
15 times the sting chamber.
It was a sting chamber, yeah.
Or a sting box.
Sting box. No.
Or
we called it something different. I don't know what it was.
We did.
I think it was a sting box.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Yep. It's been fun as always. And
always.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Flippity flip flop.
Bye-bye.